Hello there, I'm Reed Hansen, the Chief Growth Officer at MarketSurge. Today we're doing a deep dive into how paid advertising, which includes TikTok, Facebook, and Google, can transform your photography business. If you're tired of chasing vanity metrics like the likes and the follows, you're really in the right place. We'll get to the hard data. Ads aren't just optional extras, they're an essential part of a well-rounded marketing mix that drives real bookings and revenue. So why do ads matter? First, let's establish why ads are indispensable. Now, organic reach is great for community building, but it alone rarely pays the bills. It's a long burn. It's a long tail of leads that are cultivated quite slowly. According to the consulting firm McKinsey, only 12% of consumers convert immediately after discovering a brand on social. That means 88% of potential clients slip away unless you have the ability to retarget them in some form, and a paid ad is a great vehicle to do so. Ads really let you control your reach. They allow you to pinpoint exactly who sees your message by age, location, interests, and behaviors online. It allows you to capture intent. So Google search ads catch people actively searching for wedding photographer near me. These tools help you to scale rapidly. They allow you to test different creatives at the same time. They allow you to try different budgets and timing and audiences practically in real time, and then emphasize what works and allocate budget and resources that way. Without ads, you're essentially fishing with no bait. Your content might be stellar, but if nobody sees it, or they see it too late, you'll miss the bookings that keep your studio thriving. So let's look at the landscape and the platforms that are the key players. Now, TikTok has over 1.2 billion monthly active users, and that's as of Q1 of last year. The average watch time is 95 minutes per user per day. So if you think of billions of people occupying over an hour and a half, that is practically full engagement on mobile. So Facebook, obviously the big player, still very dominant, 1.96 billion daily users. Its ad platform offers very granular targeting by demographics, interests, and behaviors. So if you want to go super specific, Meta is an awesome tool to use. Now, Google handles 5.6 billion searches every single day. Many searches include the addendum of near me, or specific services, which is ideal for local studios that focus on a specific genre. Now, those numbers aren't just impressive, they do represent some real opportunity. So for reach, TikTok builds great buzz. For your nurture phase, Facebook generates and warms leads. And if you want to convert, Google captures the high intent searchers. You can play with that mix, but consider that for different phases, you may want to use specific platforms. When you integrate all three of these, you create a seamless funnel, and you can create awareness to lead to booking. So let's do a deep dive into TikTok ads. A photography studio ran a behind-the-scenes top view ad showing the entire setup for a bridal shoot and booked 8 mini sessions at $350 each within 48 hours. Now, why is that? Because TikTok users aren't just scrolling, they're glued and very engaged, and a well-placed call to action drives them off the app to your booking page. So the key details of this campaign, the audience and engagement were 60% Gen Z millennials with a high watch time. And the ad formats were an in-feed video of 15 seconds. These were quick tips before and after reveals, and the average click-through on this photography content was 1.75%. There's a top view format that has a 20% view through versus the standard format. Now, the metrics to watch is you want to stay under $10 to $20 cost per 1,000 clicks. So a key metric to watch is a cost per 1,000 of under $10 to $20 and a click to booking rate of about 1 to 2%. So some best practices for TikTok ads, you want to do authentic storytelling. Skip over high production ads and show your real process. You want to use trending audio, and that's easy to find in the TikTok interface, but use sounds that have millions of streams to boost discovery. That's a way many people are finding content. You want to hook quickly in the first 3 seconds. So something shocking like a physical movement or a shocking statement or a shocking graphic. You want to hook people very quickly. And a clear call to action. Swipe up to book your mini session today, for example. Now, remember, TikTok is your awareness engine. It warms audiences and primes them for your deeper messages on Facebook and nudges them to search on Google when they're ready to book. All right, let's jump to Facebook and Meta. Now, Facebook, a photographer launched a free 10-minute photo mini session carousel ad. They showcased venue shots, portrait samples, and final prints, and they were able to actually double their email list. Their click-to-reservation rate soared to 12%, up from 4%. That's the power of Facebook's targeting and ad variety. So key details, as we know, Facebook has about 1.96 billion daily active users. It has carousel ads that showcase multiple facets of your services. It allows you to embed lead gen forms that reduce friction, and then they collect the info without leaving Facebook. Dynamic ads retarget visitors with the exact package they viewed. And the metrics you want to look at is a cost per click of less than 97 cents, cost per lead of $8 to $15, and a form to booking conversion of about 3 to 5%. So here's a few advanced tactics that you will want to utilize in Meta. So the lookalike audiences. Now use your top performing client list to find similar prospects. Meta is great at this, and it will cut the cost per lead by a quarter, up to 25%. Now, video retargeting is great. You can retarget people who engage with your videos, like watched 50% of your TikTok or Facebook videos. And then the limited time offers, they are like a 24-hour flash sales drive that inspires some urgency. They worry they're going to miss out and they act and fill out forms quickly. Facebook sits squarely in the middle of your funnel. It turns buzz about your brand and product into leads you can own, nurture, and convert. All right, let's jump into Google Ads. Old standby. A photography studio layered Performance Max campaigns on top of their existing search ads and cut their cost to book from $35 to $28 while boosting total monthly bookings by 25%. That's really magic. So some key details, as we mentioned before, there's 5.6 billion searches performed a day, and many include the words near me. Now, the ad formats include search ads. Obviously, it's text ads that appear in the search, especially high intent searches. And the average professional services conversion is 4.4%. Now, the Performance Max ads format, they automate across search, display. So that would be like different websites that have display embedded, YouTube and Discover. And they're often 15 to 20% lower cost per acquisition than search only. So keep an eye on Performance Max. Now, the cost per click on these you want to keep them less than about $2.70. And the conversion rate should be about 4 to 6% cost per conversion. And then you will want to keep an eye on cost per conversion. So some best practices here, just simple. Keep tight keyword lists. Focus on service plus location. So an example would be engagement photographer, Austin, boudoir photographer, St. Louis. Now, next, you'll want to use the ad extensions. So you'll utilize callouts, site links, and location extensions for extra real estate in the ad display. And it'll be descriptive and it'll feel like the client is getting what they're looking for specifically. So utilize all the extensions you possibly can. Now, conversion tracking is helpful, and that's where you can link your booking or MarketSurge CRM system directly to Google for real-time data. Now, Google captures prospects exactly when they're ready to buy. It completes the funnel by turning leads into bookings. Now, let's talk about data and reporting. So this is really your North Star. We've covered TikTok, Facebook, and Google, but none of it matters if you're flying blind. Reporting and data are your compass. Relying on gut instinct alone is like driving at night with no headlights. So you want to define some key performance indicators, KPIs. So at the awareness phase, you want to look at video views and your reach, cost per click, cost per lead, and form fills at the consideration stage. Also cost per click and conversion rate, and cost per acquisition at the conversion stage. You'll want to use unified dashboards. Tools like Google Data Studio or your MarketSurge CRM dashboard can pull all 3 channels into a single view. They can embed reports from each of these channels so you can see the full funnels. Now, you'll want to set a regular review cadence, weekly checks for early insights, monthly deep dives to identify trends and allow you to pivot quickly. You want to run the A/B test. So that is where you're running the same campaign with a single variable and you'll see what works. And then you switch your resources and budget to the one that works better. But you want to test one at a time and let your data, not your gut, not your ego, drive those decisions. So a photography studio noticed their cost per click on Facebook was drifting upward after 2 weeks. They wanted to fix it, remedy it, and they dug into the data and discovered one carousel image was underperforming. They swapped it out, and if you can believe it, they lowered their cost per click by 15% from day 1 to day 2 and improved their lead quality greatly. So data told them where the friction was and where the opportunity lay. So here's the quick comparison one more time, and I'll embed this graphic. And you can see that there's different utility for different platforms. You may want to consider a 20%, 30%, 50% budget split and reallocate every 2 weeks based on cost per booking, the single most reliable metric. Now, paid ads are non-negotiable. It's a part of doing business directly to consumers. They're the backbone of your marketing mix. TikTok warms your leads, Facebook nurtures your leads, Google converts, and data guides every step. Are you ready to transform ad spend into a predictable pipeline of bookings? Click the link below in the show notes to book your free 15-minute strategy call with MarketSurge. Let's turn your likes into leads together. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more actionable marketing insights, and we'll see you next time.